Welcome back to our speed sketch. Speed sketch for today is magma vomit and ice spikes. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do with this. I mean, we're just gonna put him on this guy for all I know. So if I just take this guy and we just hinge his jaw a little bit. There we go. He's a real Ratchet and Clank character at this point. That'll have to do. Okay, let's do this thing. Making the vomit's gonna have to be the last thing I do. That's gonna be the thing I do later. So first thing I'm gonna do is make some icicles. I think the easiest way I can do this is by making a cube. Come on over here. We're gonna go into edit mode and we're gonna lift it up. Then we're gonna cut it a couple of times, maybe 4. And all I'm gonna do is just mangle this guy up a little bit. So we're just making a little structure. Can get really out of hand really quick if you're not paying attention to it, but we're paying full attention. I am unbelievably tired for probably not a very good reason, but I'm here now. I'm paying attention. I'm fully with it. We're here. The trick to this is I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to add like 1 or 2 bevels to it. And I think the bevels are going to make it look exceptional. Actually, I might not bevel it. I might bevel it with our material node instead. That might get the job done a little bit better. So if we just come in and do everything just a little bit crazy, just like that, then all I need to do is grab you and merge at center and repeat. And we have an ice crystal, right? Will that do? I don't know. If I grab it and I subdivision it, I'm not super sold on that look, to be honest. I'm okay with maybe this. Does that look good? That looks a little weird to me. That looks just a little too strange for me. I somehow made like an accidental... Oh, that's it. That'll do. That'll do. That's it. Okay, cool. That's a good enough icicle for me. Now I want to make a compelling shader for it. So the way I'm going to do that is very simple. We're going to go into nodes. I guess we want to edit our world. You know what? No, I'm going to keep it. I like the world being crazy and pink like this. We live in the Twilight Zone now. We're going to really lower basically everything. There we go. So now we got ourselves a nice little icy guy. Sure, we're gonna make a pretty weird looking thing, I think. But it'll be cool in the end. Probably in our best interest to fix the normals on this guy a little bit. No. You know what? Not doing that. We're going to keep it nice and icy. A little bit of melting ice because magma, obviously magma's going to be melting that ice. Why would I do anything else? So, here is a thing that I've done a lot in my life. I've learned this. This works very well. You're going to take yourself a little bit of a bevel you're going to put object coordinates on it. You might want to put UVs, but we'll get back to that in just a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a hue saturation. Pop you in. Pop you in. No saturation. That didn't work. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? You know what I bet we need? I bet we're going to want to put it here. We're going to want to put it on emission strength. Well, that's strange. Why did that not work? Okay, that looks a bit better. We're going to make it just a little bit on the blue end of the spectrum. And honestly, that's kind of a compelling piece of ice for me. I'm going to add some bumps to it to give it cracks, but otherwise, I think that's good. I think we're good just to get rid of that. No, that looked good. Keep that. Okay, so we want to throw on some cracks. How are we going to make cracks? Nice and easy. We're going to put on a Verneuil. Verneuil with a bump going into our normals. Position. That's the one. That's the one. We're going to throw on an object coordinate. I probably should have just kept the same one from earlier. Didn't realize it was going to look like this. That'll do. That will do. Cool. That's our ice spike. So now, the rest of the process is easy. You want to take this, you want to scale it down to a nice size that you enjoy. You want to put it back to about center. We're going to grab this guy and we're going to put a particle system on him. It's going to be hair. What the heck? That's not what that was supposed to do. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. What the heck is going on? Why are they all facing in? Doesn't really make any sense to me. Okay, we'll get back to that. We're gonna put in probably like 18 anyway. It's not going to be that much. The render is going to be based off of object. The object is going to be our cube, which we're going to call an icicle. We'll just call it ice. Why not? So it is called ice now, and the scale is going to be 1. Rotation. Oh gosh. This always happens. This always happens. This always ends up happening. They kind of look like sweet potatoes. Not gonna lie, they look a little bit like sweet potatoes. Okay, so that is how that's gotta look, and now we're gonna scale that down. And I'm going to do my best to resist the top of this thing. You heard sweet potatoes? I said sweet potatoes. I did say sweet potatoes. So we're just gonna give him a nice little bald cap on top. Give him just a little bit of hair. Just to get it out of his mouth. There's no reason these things need to be inside of his mouth. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the bottom as well. It probably is in my best interest to merge the bottom, but I think I can edit it a little bit more quickly later if I don't. So let's keep it like this. That'll do. I'll come back to the bottom in a sec. I don't want to think about it right now. We're going to come back to this. We're going to use field weights and not field weights. We're going to use vertex group. Bada boom. There we go. I can play with the seed later to make sure that there's none that are clipping into the eye. Maybe we'll do that right now. Seed. There we go. That'll work. It's a little punk looking. So now we just need to copy paste. So this is gonna be exactly the same thing. It's going to be hair. For this one, I'll do even more. We'll say 23 is good. Hair length is 1. Segments are 2. I don't think that makes a difference, but I always do that anyway. It's gonna be ice. The size is going to be 1. The object rotation. Be back soon. Where are you going? You're in the middle of a sketch. CQDK is going to go pull out the big guns. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of this. And we're set. So that should be the ice half done. There's part of me that wants to add ice onto the arms as well, so I think I might go for it. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that, and we're going to pop on the group there. Turn off a little bit of weight up here. Make sure that they're not overlapping at all on that guy. There we go. I don't know why they refused to come up, even though one of them was like, hey, we love being up here. Like that one. Why? That tooth. They're obsessed with that tooth. Get off that tooth. Please. Why do you love that tooth so much? Okay, that'll do. So now we got to start thinking about the arms. I'm going to go ahead and just weight paint where I think the spikes should be. And we'll just do it on the arms real quick since I mentioned it earlier. I talked about my BioShock cosplay. We'll do it there. Why not? So, speed run, hair, number of segments, 14. We're going to use object. Object is scaled to 1. Object is ice. Global rotation. Hair length 1. And group 1. It didn't mirror, which is surprising. Kind of surprising that that didn't just mirror. Which makes me want to just apply the mirror and see what happens. Yeah, that's going to work. Which means I need to jump this number up to like 28. Okay, that'll do. Actually looks pretty good. You know, I was gonna make fun of it for a sec there, but the more I look at it, I'm like, that doesn't look half bad. For 12 minutes? That's not bad. Okay, next up, magma spit. Oh gosh. How in the heck are we gonna do this? I think the obvious answer is to do fluid, but I don't exactly understand how fluid works in Blender. I've never had an excuse to really use it. So the prospect of having to fill this guy with fluid and then manipulate the fluid to be the correct fluid, that seems rough. I have a different way I think I'm gonna do it. Instead of that, let's go ahead and put on some fabric. No, I did that last time. I don't want to do that again. What a challenge. What a challenge this is going to be. You know what? We're just going to go for it. I'm going to just do the first thing that comes to my mind. we're going to go ahead and take up... oh, a rock generator. The rock generator is a cool vibe. No, let's not get distracted. Cube. Cube it is. We go to edit. Boom, boom, boom. One more time. Go back to object. We place it where we want, which is going to be like right there. And now we're going to sculpt it. So the goal is to make Vom. So the way that I think we're going to try and do this. This is going to be really bad. It's already terrible. Doesn't even look like anything. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Hold on, we'll get there. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a shape. We're just mushing it all together like nice clay. This is gonna be terrible. CQDK is back. Welcome back. Okay, so that is about right. That is just so not anything, but I think it's gonna have to hold. If we rotate this up and we do just a little bit of manipulation to it, I can definitely do some alpha stuff to make this look a little bit more believable, but the positioning is what I'm having trouble with. It just looks like not anything. In fact, I kind of want to turn it upside down. And then we can push it forward and do the exact same rotation we just did. And what's that going to do for us? Okay, so that is bizarre looking. We took what I thought was a pretty cute character and made them fairly not cute fairly quick. Okay, that's actually compelling. This is actually compelling. I love the wave. I love that it's got a little bit of a weird splashback to it. So let's go ahead and take this. Nope, that's too big of a deform. We're gonna deform just the tips of this thing. Just like that. And now I'm gonna take our little thumb here. Let's remove the arms for just a sec. We're gonna do our best to build it down into here. This would actually be a decent looking Pokemon. It's based a little bit off of Glalie. This is slightly based off of the screaming mega evolution of Glalie that just looks demented. Okay, so that is like way too much squish geometry, but it's gonna have to do for what it is. If I grab all of this and apply a little bit of a subsurface, that should be fine. And we'll go ahead and blob out the bottom. Actually, you know what's better than a blob? Let's just elastic deform it. Looks a little bit like those clams that have the long tongues that stick out. Oh, that works. Okay, so now we gotta find our camera angle. If I do the right camera angle, that's it right there. That's the one. That's the one right there. Okay. I mean, that's as good as I'm going to get right now. So let's turn our camera on. There's a hotkey to get the camera to your view. I always struggle with it. I want to say it's like home, but I don't know. So we're not going to do it. Instead, I'm just going to guesstimate about where I was, which to the best of my understanding was probably right about there. We look. I mean, that's pretty good. GY, come back. GX, go to the side. RX, look down just a little bit. Oh, I want the whole thing in frame. I know I'm being greedy. I want the whole thing in frame. GX. GZ, really slow. No. There he is. Now we got the whole thing in frame. So that's what you can expect for the final render right there. GZ down just a little bit. Cool. That'll do. I don't hate that one bit. Now let's get the rendering looking correct. So I suppose we're keeping the purple. It does look cool. It's got a vibe. It's the only time that missing textures have ever looked this good. So I'm not going to miss my opportunity to do this. Instead, I'm going to throw on some texture coordinate. Hello, sir, please. Coordinate. And by coordinate, I mean texture, Musgrave. And I'm going to do just the simple cloth technique that I always do. But it's definitely going to work here. Guaranteed. So we're going to want detail to 10, dimension to 0.75. The emission is going to be bright orange. And it's going to be bright as can be. And the surface color is going to be black. Is that enough for us? Maybe I don't want to do it that way. Instead, let's pop on a color ramp. You know what? I don't want that. Instead, I want to bump it. I kind of thought having little pieces in between it would look a little bit better, but now that I'm seeing it, I think it just looks like not good. So we're going to do this, emission. Make sure we get those bumps looking good. Then we're going to get those distances high. Strength to 2. Excellent. That is magma. Done. Okay, what does magma look like? Magma goes black to orange to red, I believe. I want to say it's that to that to black. Fingers crossed. It doesn't want to do anything. It doesn't want to process. Why not? Why is it white? What? What's happening? Why is it just white? That ice looks killer. Yo. Why is it not rendering? What the heck? Oh, that time it worked. That was weird. These got to be reversed. Like that. And the red definitely needs to be darker. And there needs to be more orange over the whole thing. And I think there needs to be a little bit of yellow. Should I just pull up a picture and look at some magma? Yeah, I should. Let's just do that real quick. Since I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, magma looks crazy. Okay, it goes yellow to orange to red to black. And the black has purple in it. So it's the reverse of this. So you are like a nice hot yellow, and you're the least out of all of them. There's orange, which I can't do it super well. Let's go on this side. Oh, there he is. There he is. That looks like magma. Now we're here. Now we're cooking. Magma always has these like webs between it is what I'm seeing, but I do not have the capacity to do webs right now, so this is gonna have to be it. 0.01. The red and the orange literally looks perfect. Looks so good. We'll get like a little extra spicy on it because it's just fresh out the kitchen. I may be inclined to attempt to mess with some of these settings. That's good. 0.5, make it a little bit more dense. Scale can go up. That's magma. That's magma. You can't really like get rid of the purple because the purple is just part of the scene. But I'm like, man, I have finished early. When do I ever finish early? What the heck? So we're gonna go ahead and just tweak this as best as we can. What do I need to add to this? The head could use more spikes. You're so far behind. Uncomfortable person has redeemed a hydrate. We get to have a celebratory water drink real quick here. Thank you for the water. Everybody take a drink. Note to self, don't put the handle on your chin. It makes it very hard to drink. I think the bottom looks just about right to me. I think the arms maybe could use a little bit more. I'm struggling to see a lot else that I should change. I suppose the eyes can be magma colored. Pro tips? I always got pro tips. There we go. And I guess we'll take the demon black and we'll lower the roughness just a little bit more to give it kind of a vibe. Sure. Part of me is like, I really want to play with the color of this guy. No, I kind of liked it the way it was. Okay, we got 4 minutes. What am I going to do in 4 minutes? What can I add to this thing in 4 minutes that is compelling, interesting, worth it, what have you? What else are we going to do to this? I'm terrible at making fire. I don't necessarily want to make fire. Oh, I got one. I got a thing I can add. Let's go ahead and put a plane inside of its mouth. Same thing as I did the first time, but I removed that one, so we'll do this one. Pop you up right in here. We got a little plane. We got to make sure that you can't see it. Just like that. Okay. And that plane is going to get an orange emission right there. And we're going to turn that emission strength out of control. It's going to be so bright, so crazy. That's too crazy. 15 it is. So that should make it a little bright inside. It should make it look like it's really producing magma out of its mouth. You know what? Dare I say tin was actually kind of nice. And also, dare I say I want to add a little bit of a darker tone to it so it goes off of that orange a little bit better. I think that's all I got. Now, Simo's been real quiet, which means either Simo left or Simo is hard at work on this right now. If that's the case, you got 2 minutes. We're bearing down real fast here. Man, part of me really does just want to remove the purple from this thing. Negative 0.5. Whoa! Negative 0.05. Can you see the plane? No, you can't see the plane. Okay, so we're good. Negative 0.1. No, I liked it better the way it was. Negative 0.04. We will remove a little bit of that pink, though, by doing that. All right, and I'm going to say that's it. I'm done. I literally can't think of anything else to add. This is the first time I've ever finished a speed sketch this quickly. I'm feeling good about it. This is what I'm going for. He's puking lava. He's got icicles on him. He's a strange dude. That's all I got. Take a nice stretch, everyone. You've earned it. Don't pull a little joint in your leg. That's probably not what you want to do when you do a stretch. All right. Everyone, post your work. Let's see it. I'm going to pop up the Discord now, and we're going to check out everybody's work. Yeah, the lava's the only thing that I think I would really fix, given the opportunity. But it ain't that bad. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Who did what? CQDK is going to supply us with a picture. Absolutely. Simo has posted the skin modifier video. You've posted that in the past, too. I will take this moment real quick to post the thing for Beryl. Let's see, where was Beryl's little guy at? He wanted the hand, I believe. And then we'll show off the guy. Let's see, what are we looking at? We're looking at this. There we go. Oh, file's too big. Well, that's gonna be a problem. How do I make a blend file smaller? I guess I would just remove a bunch of elements from it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And we'll get just the hand going. So for my own sake, I'll go ahead and make a copy while we wait. We're gonna call this just Ghost Hand. Okay, let's see that picture, CQDK. I think Simo is not here right now. I'm gonna chalk it up as Simo is not here or playing Apex. It says your cam won't work? That's strange. Is it your laptop camera? We'll tell you what. Here's a compelling reason for everybody to join the Discord. If you want to see CQDK's version of their character, please join the Discord. We post a lot of stuff. We have a good amount of people in there right now who are sharing a lot of interesting tips for 3D modeling. We got some 2D art going on. I show a lot of my, more boring work in digestible chunks instead of having them here on stream. So the Discord is really where you want to be if you want to see more of this stuff. And CQDK, I'm assuming, will get their camera working at some point, and it'll work. Something else is using your camera. That's so strange. Weird. That's kind of scary. Make sure nothing like scary is using your camera. Okay, with that, I am out for the day. Peace. Have a good one.